Good afternoon everyone and welcome to your Pilates class, class 86 with me, April Moon. I've been teaching Pilates for 4 years and today we've got another nice gentle full body mobility workout for you. All you need is a mat and a cushion or a block if you have one, and we're going to get started within the next few moments. If you've never done Pilates before, don't panic, it's relatively easy once you know how. I'll give you lots of teaching points so you can really enjoy it and really feel the benefits of Pilates. Pilates is really good for strengthening all your joints, keeping you nice and supple and lean, and keeping your whole body strong from head to toe. So we are going to start cross-legged today. We're going to cross one ankle over the other. You're going to sit cross-legged. So sitting cross-legged can sometimes be a little bit hard if you've got really tight hips, but the more you practice sitting like this, the better it gets. So you can sit on a cushion or a block if you've got one. And if you do struggle, walk your ankles far away from your body, as that will open up the hips and not make it as intense. So bring it back in and then relax the wrists onto the knees. And just sit up nice and tall. So when we sit up tall, we don't want to push our chest forward because that will arch our spine. We want to keep our spine nice and long and lengthened and just keep the body sort of still but not too much tension. So relaxing the fingertips, drop the shoulders down away from your ears, and we're going to start by just rolling the shoulders forward. So all you're going to do is just roll forward. And then release, and then all we're going to do is lift up one shoulder and down, and then the next and down. So this just helps get our shoulders moving. If you suffer with tight shoulders or any tension, maybe do a lot of gardening, writing, knitting, cooking, working at a desk, all these tiny little things can really add up to tension. So we'll do 2 more. Wonderful. And now all you're going to do is place the elbows onto the thighs and then just push the elbows out and come back in. And this just helps to activate the muscles in the back whilst keeping a nice tall spine. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Good. And now what you're going to do is placing the hands onto the knees. We're going to cross the ankles over. So you might find one side a little bit tighter than the other. And now you're going to breathe in and breathe out. Push the elbows into the thighs. And relax. And breathe in. And breathe out, push down. And then lift. And again, come down. And lift up, and again down, just pushing down just to open up this part of your shoulder. Whilst we're doing this, obviously we'll practice sitting cross-legged, which is really good for the hips. We're going to do 3, 2, and 1. Now because our spine has been nice and long, we're going to place the hands onto the knees and then roll. Just relax the back. And then re-stack and lift up. And then again, nod round. And lift. And lift up. And 1 more. And up. Now take the right hand behind you, left hand on right knee, look over the right shoulder. And release. Left hand on right knee, left hand behind, look over left shoulder. And then relax. Take the hands in front of the ankles. Inhale. Exhale, just slide the hands forward. Dropping the shoulders, look down towards the fingers. And then up, and then cross the ankles over. Hands down and stretch forward. And then come up. Excuse me. Come and lay down, so hug the knees in, roll down, and then rock side to side. And then relax that lower back. So when we relax the lower back, we're allowing it to switch off, giving it a good little massage. So the more you rock side to side, the more you're going to get into that lower lumbar spine area. It's actually quite relaxing as well. Cross the ankles over the other way. And now take a nice long body stretch. So arms and legs nice and long. And breathe, relax. Bring the knees in. So you want your feet and knees together, heels out, toes forward. If we just make sure that pelvis is nice and still. So we push the lower back into the mat, then push the fingers down and release between the back and the mat. We've got that space, and then tuck under once again. And push down. Then find a middle ground between the two, and that will help just to keep the pelvis nice and still. And then from here, we're just going to drop the right knee out. It's one of my favourite exercises because it really helps to just relax the inner thighs and the hips. Come back in, over to the other side. And come back up. Keep going. Keep the left foot still whilst the right knee goes out. And in and over to the other side. And in one more time each side. And back in and then over to the left. Wonderful. Keep the left foot on the floor, hands behind the right thigh, hug it in, and then just gently rock side to side. And then right foot down, hug left knee in, and rock side to side. Now keep this leg here, and you're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee and then just push the left knee out. Come back in, and other side. So right ankle over left knee, push it out. Now, keeping the knee here, you're going to now extend the left leg long, making sure it's above the knee. Oh, that's a good crack of my hip, and hold it here. Drop the shoulders. And then come back in, stretch the right leg long. Left foot, left ankle over above right knee, and push it out. And then come back in. So I'm just going to grab my jacket, and then we're going to carry on and start to warm up the body a little bit more. So still laying down, So now let's just work into the hips and starting to strengthen. So we've had a little stretch out. It is still cold, that's why I put my jacket on, but it does help to have a little stretch just to open up some joints and muscles. So all we're going to do is just tap the right leg out and then tap it back in. Now when you do this, you'll feel your core start to warm up. So not doing anything too much, but also if you place your hand just under in the hip joint, you'll feel that it's moving. And then you'll feel your leg start to tense a little bit. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Now just drop that right knee straight out because that will help open up. Good, come back in, other side. So keep the right foot grounding down, the right knee really still. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Come in, left knee out. Come back in. Wonderful. Now just rock both knees side to side, letting the other hip come off the floor. So if you go to the right, let the left hip leave the floor. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is warm up the top of the abdominals. So you're going to place your head in your hands. And then you're going to have the elbows wide. That's the trick with this. You've got to keep the elbows wide. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to nod and lift up. Then you're going to lower. Then again, nod and lift. And lower. So keep that core really, really strong. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stretch your body out. And then come back in. Good. Now what we're going to do is same sort of thing, head in the hand. This time though, you're going to nod and lift, and then you're going to lift the right knee up slightly and twist over to the right, and then come back in. So it's a very gentle movement. It's nothing too big. You haven't actually got to bring your elbow to your knee because you might disturb the pelvis if you do that. Four, 3, 2, 1. Well done. So hopefully you felt that in the core and just down the sides. That's the oblique muscles. Take the hands underneath the knees and rock side to side. Okay, now I'm going to work into the lower part of the abdominals. So take the hands underneath the lower back and just lift your arms up. And all you're going to do, so you can bend the knees if you want to, if it's more comfortable, and you're going to let the right leg go out and then come back in. Then the left, then right, and just keep going. Exhaling as the legs move. Really squeeze. We're going to do 6. Legs don't have to be straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide, and relax. And then lift back in. Wonderful. We're going to finish off with one more core exercise. Again, hands underneath, lift the legs up. Again, you can bend the knees, and then we're going to drop the leg down about halfway and lift it up. Just like that. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Cross ankles over, knees go out. And then come in, right ankle over left, knees out. Wonderful. Now come and lay onto your right side. We'll work into the sides once again. Got to have a cup of tea to keep me going. Right. Stretch your right arm out long. Place the pillow, if you've got one, on your arm. Now, every time I see this in a face-to-face class, people get the position in the lower body wrong here. And it's not the case so much as it's wrong, it's just that it will affect the exercise and the way you do it. So stretch out and then bring the feet forward, left hand in front of you. And then you're going to squeeze up here and then you're going to lower down, okay? So this is really good core practice. I know we do it a lot, but it really helps to just strengthen that core. Now, you can just lift your feet a few inches off the floor. You haven't got to lift them right up in the air, unless you're a gymnast, of course, then you can. But even so, you don't need to because your core wants to work. So sometimes less is more. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend the knees. Then you're going to lift up both feet and lower them down. Take the left hand onto the waist and you'll feel your waist tensing up. So just squeeze. Really, really squeeze into the core. That's it, just a nice light movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Let's roll over onto the other side. So, first things first, pillow under arm. Stretch the legs out long. Bring the feet forward. Fingers in front of the chest. Onto the floor just gently. Relax the feet. Don't put too much pressure on your feet. You don't have to point them in case you get any cramp. Push through your heel. Just toes gently pointing and then squeeze up. Now if you want to make this harder, take the right hand onto the right side of the waist and you'll feel that core tensing. Relax the hand. Oh, even I'm a bit wonky today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bend the knees and just gently squeeze up and lower. Four, 3, 2, 1. Come and lay down. Well done. Hug the knees in behind the. Hug your hands behind your knees and rock side to side. Fab. Okay, now let's come onto the side once again. We're going to place the left hand down, left knee down, and the right leg long. And if you want, you can place your hand onto a cushion or a block if you wish. And now you want your knee in line with the hip. Okay, you don't want to be pushing too far forward on that with the upper body, and then you're going to lift and then lower down. You should be able to feel it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come back in. Just have the knees as wide as the mat and then stretch the arms out forward. Then come on to your elbows, knees in line with the hips. And then you're going to drop the shoulders. You're going to stretch that right leg out and then lift up. Just squeeze into the glute. Not a very big movement. Just really working into the legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come back into child's pose. Knees wide, hands out, stretch out. And then the other side. So, right hand down, you can place it on a cushion or block as before. So, the right knee is in line with the right hip, left leg is nice and long, and then you're going to squeeze up and lower down. So the leg doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Make sure it's not going past the hip. So then you get maximum sort of benefit from the hip. 3, 2, and 1. Come in, knees wide, stretch forward. And then come up. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips, stretch the left leg long. And then tap that foot up and down. Again, don't let the heel come up too high. Come onto your elbows if you wish. You sometimes get a bit more out of the exercise. Just squeeze in. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees wide, sink down, stretch forward. And then come up. Wonderful. Come and lay down onto your backs. We'll finish off with a bridge before we do some stretches, so no pillow or head block for this next one. You're going to have the feet flat on the floor, then you're going to peel up and lift up. Now, as a rule of thumb, if your lower back hurts, your feet are too far away, and if your shins or knees hurt, then they're too close to the body. But this is fantastic for strengthening up the lower back. So Pilates, everyone says how good it is for your lower back, and it is so, so true. So squeezing up here, lifting your glutes and lower back off the floor helps to strengthen that area. And then relax down. So if you have a bad back, do 5 to 10 of these every single day and you will notice such a massive difference. And again, lift. And lower. Couple more, inhale, lift. And lower. And lift up. And lower. Wonderful. Bring that head block back, right foot on the floor, lift that left leg up in the air, keeping the lower back down, and that will help stretch out those hamstrings, which get really, really tight, which can cause back pain. And then we'll just stretch that right leg out as well to add a little bit of intensity if you wish. And relax. Left on the floor, hug the right knee in. Inhale, exhale, lift. Then left leg long. And relax. We're just going to spend the last couple of minutes just relaxing the body and mind. So I always like to lay with my soles of feet together and the knees out. That just helps to release any tension in the hips and in the thighs. You can close your eyes here and just relax. Then inhale, exhale, bring the knees in. One last hug, rock side to side. And now if you can roll yourself up or come and lay onto your right side and lift yourself up. Keeping the spine lovely and tall. Hopefully you feel a bit more open now. Your muscles have had a good stretch. Stretch fingertips out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale, lower. And wonderful. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you all next Monday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.